So I had the intention of filming a weekend writing vlog this weekend. It's NaNoWriMo this month, and one thing I have found helps in the past is if I set myself weekend challenges and do little writing vlogs where I see if I can achieve that challenge. But I have had a really stressful work week, so instead I'm just kind of having like a cozy chill weekend, but I decided I'm still going to vlog it. However, it's about 2:30 on Saturday and I'm only now opening the vlog. So I'm guessing it's going to be quite a short, but hopefully cozy weekend vlog. So I had a really nice relaxing morning. I laid in bed and I read some of my book. I'm currently reading A Dowry of Blood. I have nearly finished this. I've got about 50 pages left and I am absolutely loving it. This is, I believe, a retelling of Dracula from the perspective of the brides, but I have never seen Dracula or read Dracula, so I don't know if it's actually a retelling or just like loosely inspired by. We're following one of his brides, Constanta, as she kind of chronicles their life together. I think this is like billed as a queer vampire love story. I don't know that I would say that's what it is. It is definitely queer. There are vampires, but it's not really a love story. It's a really easy read. It's really interesting. The relationship between Constanta and Dracula is abusive, so we have depictions of emotional abuse, so obviously trigger warnings for that, but it's really interesting to read from that perspective and to be in the mindset of someone going through that, and how they are kind of making excuses and allowances in the name of love for behaviour that isn't okay. But I'm really enjoying it. I would highly recommend it, even though I haven't finished it yet. It's just a really nice, it's not a nice story, but it's like a really easy read, but like an easy enjoyable read, not like an easy fluffy read. Whatever, it's good. I also made some cinnamon buns this morning. I have never made cinnamon buns before, so I'm excited to see how they are going to turn out. They took longer than I was expecting, so I was going to have them for breakfast, but I ended up having a fry up for breakfast, so I'm still really full and cannot be bothered to like make these cinnamon buns and eat them, so they're just in the fridge. I might not have them till tomorrow now, but I'm excited to see how they're going to turn out. I got a stand mixer like 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying to like get my money's worth out of it, get a lot of baking done. So that was the baking for this weekend. I'm sure you'll see them when I eventually get around to eating them. And then I went to B&Q and picked up some paint samples because I am redecorating this room. I'm probably not going to show you much footage of that this weekend because I will do a separate vlog. I didn't decorate this room that long ago. It was probably earlier this year or like at the back end of last year, but it's being redecorated again. I did film a vlog last time I did it, but I don't think I ever put it up. I think there was just like snippets of it in other vlogs. But I will be filming a full vlog for the redecoration of this room, so you will see how it looks when it's done. But for now, what I'm doing is I'm going to be moving my desk. This is where I work. I'm going to be moving that into the spare bedroom. That's what I'm doing today. And I do also want to get some writing done today. So I'm gonna come back later on and talk about what I'm writing when I actually have some time to write today. But for now, I'm gonna get on with moving my stuff around. I just wanted to come on and open up the vlog. Good morning. It is Sunday. As I'm sure you've guessed from me not updating you until Sunday, yesterday was a bit of a bust in regard to writing. This is supposed to be a weekend writing vlog and I have not written one word all weekend. Successful. Apologies for the noise in the background, that's just my stand mixer running. I am making the icing to go on the cinnamon buns that I made yesterday. I didn't end up eating them yesterday, so we're gonna have them this morning and I will show you at some point how they turned out. I'm actually making like the ugliest ones today. I probably should have done like the nicer ones, purely for like aesthetic reasons, but I didn't do that. So I mentioned yesterday I'm doing a bit of a like renovation project of my office, and so that ended up taking me most of the afternoon, just like moving my stuff across, putting paint samples up on the wall, etc. So by the time I could actually sit down and write, I was just too tired, so I didn't do it. Instead I watched TV and went to bed early. My plan for today is I need to tidy up the room that I'm going to be using as an office. I will show you either I'll insert a picture here or I will show you before I start doing it, the just utter mess that room is in. And because I have to work in there on Monday, there's no way I can work in there at the minute. It's too messy. So this is mainly turning out to be a cleaning vlog. But what I did do yesterday was I did finish A Dowry of Blood. I finished that last night and I really enjoyed it. It's kind of sitting between 3 and 4 stars for me. It's definitely not a 5-star read, mainly because I just didn't like how short it was. I definitely could have read like another 200 pages of Constanta's story. I would have liked there to be more time spent with her. I would have liked there to be more time getting to know the other brides as well. I don't think I was like very coherent yesterday with what this story is actually about. So this story it's basically a letter written to Dracula after Constanta has killed him. That's not a spoiler, that's literally like set up in the first chapter. And this letter is basically just telling the story of Constanta's life with Dracula and how the relationship between him and his bride is abusive. And I really like being in the head of Constanta. I thought it was really interesting to see how she identified things were wrong, but yet she was able to find excuses for them. This is typically a style of book that I really enjoy. I love books that are just like the story of someone's life, not necessarily like, you know, like an action plot. So like The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Circe, and Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, like those kind of books that aren't necessarily like particularly plot driven. They're just like, this is a person and this is what happened to them, and often there is some kind of overarching plot. So in The Dowry of Blood, it's you know, how this murder is going to happen, how she's going to kill her husband. But yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was really good. I'm kind of at a loss for what to pick up now because that was just like the perfect book for what I was in the mood for. Now I'm just like, well, what else is going to be that good? Probably nothing. So I don't know. I am going to be listening to an audiobook whilst I clean today called What Big Teeth. I've been listening to this audiobook for weeks and I just cannot get through it because I'm not loving it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I will tell you more about what that book is about later because, as you can hear, my husband has started hoovering, so it's getting loud. So I'll tell you about that when I actually start cleaning. I feel about as great as I look right now. So I have finished this room. There is still a little bit that needs to be done. There are these that need to go up. This is my corkboard that I will probably put some more prints on and then put that up. And then I just have this like random print that I need to put up. But for now, they can just live there. That's not a problem. And then I just have like one random corner of stuff that just is gonna stay like that probably for the next year because I don't have places to put it. It's just like, I have an exercise bike that I bought years ago. I never use it. My husband is currently going through a phase of insisting that he is about to start using it. So he wants to keep it. I really want to get rid of it because it just takes up so much room. I just like hate using it. I find it so boring. But yeah, there's that. There's a humidifier that I need that is just gonna have to stay there. A dehumidifier, not a humidifier. And my ironing board. There's also like this random lamp that my husband has turned into a grow light, but it's really big, so I'm trying to convince him to get rid of that and get something smaller to use to cultivate his plants. He doesn't grow weed. Just to clarify, he grows chilies. So that is kind of tucked away in the corner. I can just forget about that. That's just going to be there for a while. But otherwise the room is looking quite good and I'm quite happy. It's a nice, clean, open, bright, relaxing space. So it will be good for working in. And if I ever get the energy to write, it will be good for writing in as well. So all of that cleaning kind of took it out of me. I am feeling very, very exhausted. So I'm not sure how this afternoon is going to go. I'm probably just going to jump in the shower now. And then I think I'm going to go out for a walk and get some fresh air and see if that kind of perks me up a bit. And then hopefully when I get back, I'll feel up to doing some writing because I want to do some writing. I'm actually doing okay in terms of NaNoWriMo. I don't know off the top of my head where I am at with words, but I'm actually quite far ahead. So I can like just take the weekend off if I need to. What I am doing in regards to my project is actually rewriting a project that I started pre-lockdown. So the first, I think 20,000 words I've already written. So I am rewriting it. So there's a few bits that I'm copying and pasting, but a lot of it I am actually rewriting. But because it's already there, it's not taking me too long to do it. Once I get to the point where I have caught up, that's when it's going to start getting a bit challenging. So I want to try and like get this done as quickly as possible so then I have a bit of an easier time for the rest of the month. But when I actually come to write, I'll talk to you a bit more about what the project is. One thing I did say was I would tell you about my audiobook when I listen to it. I don't know why I'm just holding my slipper. I'm just going to get the book because I own the physical book. So this is the book, and this is actually one of my favourite book covers of all time. I think it is absolutely stunning. The book is called What Big Teeth, and this was a 5-star prediction for me. It's hard to say what this book is about because it's one of those books that has like a twist quite early on, and therefore it's difficult to explain the plot without giving you a lot of spoilers. Maybe I should have brushed my hair before coming on camera. Never mind. But in this book we are following a girl called Eleanor who comes from a strange family of monsters. Eleanor is kind of an outcast from her family because she acts in a very different way to them. Her family can kind of shift into wolves or wolf-like creatures anyway, and Eleanor can't do this. But it's kind of alluded to that she might have some other talents that are a bit different. Eleanor was sent to a boarding school and has been isolated from her family for some time. But after something happens at her school, she decides that she is going to go home. And the book is about her finding out who she is and learning to accept her family for who they are. So as I said, this was a 5-star prediction. I don't think this is going to be a 5-star read for me. I don't love YA, and this is a YA book, and I think that is the only thing that's really holding it back for me. I just feel like it just lacks a little bit of depth and isn't quite as like dark and gory as I would like, but that's because it's aimed at a younger audience, which is fine. It's still a really good book. I'm still probably gonna rate it at least 3 stars, maybe higher depending on the ending. If you like YA and you like dark fantasy, like I would definitely recommend this. It is really good. I'm really enjoying the story. It's not predictable in any way and I'm enjoying the characters. It is also queer, lightly queer, I would say. As in there is queer representation in the book, but it's not like the focus of the book and it's not our main character. I haven't read anything like this. I don't even know what I could really compare it to. It kind of has the same atmosphere, I would say, as House of Salt and Sorrows, but the story is in no way similar. So I know a lot of people didn't like House of Salt and Sorrows because the plot is a bit weak. I wouldn't say this has that same issue, but it has that kind of dark gothic horror fairy tale fantasy vibe. You know, as an older reader, I am still enjoying it despite it just not being quite my cup of tea. I feel like I got a bit rambly there, but I tend to do that. So yeah, I am gonna go jump in the shower, do something with this, put a little bit of makeup on just to, oh my god, just to make myself feel good. And then I'm either gonna like veg for the rest of the day or I'm gonna go for a walk. You'll have to wait and see. Yes, I am in my bed. This vlog is just not going to plan whatsoever. I did everything I said I was going to do. I went for my walk, I had my shower, I put on a tiny bit of makeup. I was feeling great. And then I just randomly started getting a really bad pain in my like muscle on my side. So I don't want to do anything. I'm feeling very sorry for myself. So I'm not writing. I'm going to lie down and I think I'm going to start this book, The Nature of Witches. I don't actually know what this book is about, but this is what I think I'm in the mood to read. So this is what I'm at least going to try and start now. So this writing vlog is not a writing vlog. I guess this is just like a cozy weekend vlog with a tiny bit of reading in it. So I think I'm gonna make myself some hot chocolate and then just like lie down and read. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in bed or on the sofa in the room that is now my office. I've just realised I've sent my husband to the shop to get things for me to make hot chocolate and I forgot to tell him whipped cream and he's not answering his phone, so that's annoying. So I've just read the first 50 pages of The Nature of Witches and honestly I am shocked by how good this is. This isn't exactly what I was in the mood for. I was definitely in the mood for something that was a little bit darker than this. I was basically in the mood for like the Hazelwood but an adult version. Anybody knows what that book is, then please recommend it to me. This is, yeah, not what I was quite expecting, but really quite gripping from the first page, which is surprising. I normally really struggle to get through the first 100 pages, but I got through the first 50 pages of this really easily. So this book is about a girl called, I don't know what her name is, Clara. Oh, I love that name. This is a book about a girl called Clara who is an Everwitch. So in the world of this book, witches are associated with a season. Clara is associated with all 4 of the seasons, so she is an Everwitch. And the witches use their powers to keep the climate in check. Now, unfortunately, as is the case with our own world, humans have wrecked the climate, and trying to avoid extreme weather is becoming too much for the witches to handle. Now, because Clara is an Everwitch, she should be able to help the witches keep the climate in check and stop, basically the destruction of the earth. However, Clara's magic is dangerous and has killed people in the past, and so she doesn't really want to use her magic. So I'm really impressed with the writing. It's very, very readable. It's not too frank and stark, but it's also not too lyrical, so it's a really good balance. And so far I'm enjoying the character of Clara. I usually hate main characters, but she's very flawed. She has a lot of issues, and I enjoy reading that. Now, one thing that has happened whilst I've been reading this 50 pages is I've started to feel absolutely terrible. I don't know if you guys can tell, my energy's just zapped, but it has. I just feel really sick, and I have a really bad headache, which is not great when you're trying to read. So I think I'm actually gonna go to bed. It's only 5. I haven't had dinner yet, but I think I'm just gonna go and lie down until my dinner's ready, and then hopefully I'll be able to get up for a bit and be fine. But I just want to lie down and shut my eyes right now. So I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. I'm not sure what kind of vlog this is. Hopefully it's got some nice cozy vibes, at least. Definitely not what I set out to do this weekend, but it is what it is, and we're just gonna take it for what it is. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it's been an enjoyable watch. Please like this video and leave a comment to let me know that you were here, and subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future, and hopefully you'll come back and see me in another video soon. Bye!